You go ahead and clap here. This is the introduction. A lot of people wonder where I come from. I was born at a very early age on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but the birth date is June the 21st, and I was born in Denver, Missouri, and nobody knows where that is. It was a little grist mill town in northern Missouri, and not too far from Albany. You know where Albany is? No, nobody knows where Albany is. There's Marysville, which is a junior college there. That's a big deal. And then probably about 80 miles north and east of St. Joe, Missouri, which was the home of the Pony Express. You guys all heard of that, right? So anyhow, when I was about 3 or 4 years old, my dad heard that they was paying $2 an hour at Boeing in Wichita, and he decided he'd go there and get him a job. So him and my mom both went to work at Boeing in Wichita. We moved to an area called Plainview, which was a government housing project for World War II for all the people that worked at Boeing. And they was both working, making $40 each a week. And so at $80 a week, he bought 80 acres out by a place called Rose Hill, Kansas. And so when I was 5, we moved there. And when I was 6, I started to ride the bus to go to Rose Hill to school. And I went to school. And my mom and daddy, anyways, when I was 6 years old, at Christmas time, they gave me a Roy Rogers guitar, which I still have to this day. It was kind of cool.
Very cool.
Was that cool? Yeah, that's cool. And so, anyhow, I went to school and I told them all, yeah, I could play the guitar. I had a guitar, I could play the guitar. And then I went home, I said, Mom, you got to show me how to play the guitar, because I don't know how to play the guitar. So she would hold up her finger. This was one, and then this was your second chord. Every song has 3 principal chords, whether you know it or not. And this is the 3rd principal chord. And she'd sing songs like Cowboy Jack, and there was one song that used to just make me cry. I'd sit up there and play the guitar while she did the dishes. Because if I played the guitar, I didn't have to do the dishes because it would soften my calluses up. That's what she said. So I played the guitar while she did the dishes. But this is one song that we did back then. It was recorded originally by a guy by the name of Red Foley, who had the Ozark Jubilee, which was a TV program way back when. But it went like this. When I was a lad, an old ship was a pup. Through the hills and the valley we strayed. Just a boy and his dog, we was both full of fun. We grew up together that way. Well, I remember the time at the old swimming hole when I would have drowned beyond doubt. But old Shep was right there. To the rescue he came. He jumped in to help pull me out. This is the part that used to make me cry. When old Shep, he grew old. And Shep grew old. And no more with old Shep do I roam. And the last line was, but if dogs have a heaven, there's one thing I'm sure. Old Shep has a wonderful home. The part I didn't sing was about the kid taking the gun and shooting his dogs. But old Shep has a wonderful home, and that used to just make me cry all the time. So I went to school and said, shoot, yeah, I can play the guitar. And so I went to school and sang this song here, put out by Johnny Horton. He's the guy that wrote North to Alaska. We're going north, the rush is on. That was a TV show. But this wasn't. This was like on the banks of the river stood running bear, young Indian brave. On the other side of the river stood a little white dove, young Indian maid. Donna, forgot the word. Donna, start to time, and never be together in their happy hunting ground. Running bear loves a little white dove with the love big as the sky. Running bear loves a little white dove with the love that couldn't die. So anyway, my brothers and sisters saw me going to all these PTA meetings and stuff and singing Elvis songs and taking me to talent contests and things like that. And they said, well, we can do that. So I had a couple brothers take up playing the guitars, and I had another brother take up playing the drums. And then when I was about 10 years old, we had a band called the Stevens Brothers. And Mom, I had an uncle that run WPRO radio and television in Providence, Rhode Island. And she loaded all of us up in our amplifier in the back of a 59 Ford Fairlane. And we went to the East Coast, and we appeared on a TV program back there along with some clown. You know, you guys had some clown that all the kids watched here. Back there, they had another kind of clown on this TV program. We appeared on that program as the Stevens Brothers with my baby sister. And we did songs like, deep within my heart lies a melody, the song of old San Antonio, where in dreams I live with a memory, beneath the stars all alone, all alone. It was there I found, beside the Alamo. Well, anyway, we did that. I started playing then. Then when I moved to town, moved from Rose Hill back into Wichita, when we moved to town, a guy asked me to a party to his house on Friday night and says, hey, you and your brothers play music and stuff, and says, why don't you come on over and bring your band with you? I said, okay. So I brought my little brother and my other brother, and we got over there and we sang songs like, hang on, Sloopy, Sloopy, hang on, yeah, 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 yeah. Sang songs like that. Them guys says, hey man, that was pretty good. You want to come over to another party next weekend? We started playing all these parties and stuff, started hanging out with radio stations. We hired a keyboard player, and we used to play Washington State song. Louie, Louie, whoa, babe, I said, oh, we gotta go. Yeah, 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 I said. Anyway, we did songs like that by the Kingsmen. Then the Beatles came out, and things kind of went crazy in the band scene. We played all kinds of battles of bands. I played over at people's housewarming parties, dad-burnedest thing you ever seen. Then, when I turned 18, I started college, and this old boy called me up. He says, hey, Greg, he says, me and a bunch of fellers are starting a band out here in conjunction with radio station KFDI. I'm Little Donnie Doodad. And I said, you're who? He says, forget that. He said, I'm Don Walton. So I went out and I listened to a couple songs they had recorded. It was kind of a new thing for me. I was 18 years old. And so I joined a band at that point called the Wichita Linemen. 30 years later, and many parking lots later, we played every parking lot and wide spot in the road that you can imagine at that radio station, and made a pretty good living just doing that. Then I went to work for the radio station selling air on top of that, and things just went from here to there. Right now, I'm semi-retired. Got an advertising company called Mastermind Marketing Group, which I go in and I take businesses that are having many opportunities with their advertising funds, and I put it all together in a package and allow them to make the decision on where to spend it. So that's what I'm doing these days, and I'll leave you alone. That's kind of where I come from, and should you ever need a guitar player, don't call me. I'm semi-retired, okay? Thank you.